Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. So the latest film that I just got out of seeing for the Virginia Film Festival, and I literally have to talk fast because quite frankly I'm going to be hauling my rear to the next film here. So the film that I saw was If Beale Street Could Talk. This is directed by Barry Jenkins, who's coming off of Moonlight that won Best Picture. And how do you think to yourself, could Barry Jenkins follow up with that film? You do it off of James Baldwin novel, who he himself tried to shop around for the last few years of his life, trying to get made into a film. So what we have here is, I think, one of the best films of the year. I beat out my number one film, and this involves 22-year-old Fonnie and 19-year-old Tish. And it's about their relationship early on in the film, right at the beginning of the film. The opening text says Beale Street was a street in New Orleans, or it could really be about any street in America where black people happen to live. This film jumps back and forth in time, just like the novel apparently, because I need to read the novel, although I did watch that one film about James Baldwin earlier on last year. Tish finds out she's pregnant by Fonnie, and then of course we go back to earlier points in their relationship, right when they started dating, right up to the point where we see the racist cop who eventually framed Ronnie for an attempted rape of Puerto Rican women. There are at least a good half dozen scenes here in which, quite frankly, you just have to wonder and stop at the prose of the narration and how each scene plays out. Yes, they invite over the family of Fonnie, and how her family is relatively excited, and her parents are played by Regina Hall and Coleman Domingo. Yes, that man from Fear of the Walking Dead. Her parents include Michael Beach, and Michael Beach's character is indeed excited for being a grandparent, and at least knowing that his best friend is sort of with him, I guess. And her mother is not exactly happy because she blames the corruption of her son on Tish. Early goings of the relationship, they try to get a house together or an apartment, but I guess basically this being the 70s, all racism goes apart with that, and at least one point in time, Bonnie is explaining to her friend about how, they almost at times get an apartment, but they are being pulled back at the last minute on them. At least there's one particularly fascinating conversation between Fonnie and an old friend who I guess meets up with them one day, and they share beers, and how it goes from lighthearted to getting dark real quick about how he was in jail, how he got framed for having pot, or at least having a controlled substance in his pocket, and how he feels about the police. He comes to view the Malcolm side of things, that the white man is the devil. Really, just thinking about that would make anyone's skin crawl. The black person has gone the bad rap of sides of things. And there's also a scene here with Dave Franco, who makes an extended cameo of sorts, as he is a Jewish landlord who's trying to sell space. Tish and Fonnie don't quite understand how that he could be selling them the space because they're black, and he comes up with a very, quite frankly, fascinating answer as to why he's selling it to them. You can also think to yourself, okay, yes, the struggle for civil rights, a Jew and a black person were almost arm in arm together. The Regina Hall character goes down to Puerto Rico to try to convince this woman to testify that Fonnie didn't rape her, and how that goes south is quite absolutely fascinating, because you do realize, quite frankly, that this is what Regina Hall is doing is clearly not very good, because quite frankly the lawyer knows, yes, this woman is in Puerto Rico, and you should be naturally assuming that she would eventually come back. There's a scene where breaking the bad news to Fonnie, how he goes from saying one particular thing to saying another thing, which that's how you figure out someone would be saying in that manner of speaking, how he knows he's not going to get out anytime soon. Trust me, the cinematography here is wonderful. And in the end, yes, we figure... Now apparently, if someone told me, as I was getting out for this film here, that this film was given a more slightly upbeat ending than the novel, because quite frankly, hey, sometimes you need an uplifting moment. I think, again, the voiceover narration, that is amazing. At first, it took me a while to adjust to the narration of this film, but when I finally understood it, I began to just be amazed at how these two lives have been affected, how quite frankly, the funny character actually has white friends, or at least has a white person that he gets to hang out with. I think of the civil rights thing, we come to think that, oh yeah, the South was the racist one. No, there are people in the North that didn't quite like blacks either. So folks, what I'm going to say about If Beale Street Could Talk, I'm going to give this a super awesome rating, because I think people should see this no matter where it's playing. Go see this film, because I think really you're going to be just amazed at what Barry Jenkins has come up with from using a text of James Baldwin. Folks, Beale Street Could Talk. Have you seen it? What did you think? Please put all that in the comment box below. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, with the final film. Yes.